Okay, and one of the things that we're starting to emphasize is integrating, because you know, the social distancing, when, and it will be at some point, the dojo reopens, to integrate more Tai Chi. Because Tai Chi is very good for social distancing, okay? Now, one of the fun things about Aikido is actually the contact, the moving, the connection with your partner. Tai Chi, right now, you're establishing a connection with yourself, okay? So I thought what we'd do is we would, just for the last half hour, we would kind of introduce some Tai Chi movements. I posted 6 videos on YouTube, which pretty much show a 30 movement beginning form. Okay, so what I thought we'd do is put your hands together like this and then take them apart. Okay, now the hands are going to form fists, but they're not clenched fists. They're more like a baby's fist. Okay? And feet, heels together can work. Now, in breath, through the nose, out breath, through the nose. But breathe to your lower tummy. And the way that Master Choi put it is this baby breathing. So how babies breathe is the eye comes in, breathing gets higher. But the body of a baby is very much like a Tai Chi master. Okay? So hands in those baby fists, breathe in. Out. In. And out. We'll repeat that a couple more times. In. Out. In. And out. Let's do that again. In. Out. In. And out. And once more. In. Out. In. And out. Good. Oh. Right. And again, check the body. We're doing some movement, sound. Now that movement is the breath. Your body feels longer. And like this, everything kind of gets denser in here. Your body feels longer. Joints feel looser. But there's a solid sense of ground, but it's not that sort of ground. So the breathing, we were moving to rhythm and music. Now we're moving to breath. Okay? So what we're going to do is just go through the opening movement for Tai Chi. Master Choi would refer to as Tai Chi Chuan. And now it's Tai Chi. Okay? In Japanese, it's Aikido. But in America, it's Aikido or Aikido Karate. No, America's karate. So, you know, go with the flow of the culture. Let your arms hang naturally, not dead. Relax your chest. Natural breathing is the baby breathing. Don't try to, or like that. Just let it circulate. And breathe in and out. And right here, the hands go down to waist level, fingers relax. And you bend your knees. Okay? Breathe in and out. Let the fingers relax about waist level. Okay, good. All right. So we've had the breathing and the commencement motion. Now, what we're going to do, if you are interested in this, which I hope you are, then I do have, again, 6 video lessons I put on YouTube. So I will circulate them through the dojo mailing list and also the Facebook dojo page. Okay, so a lot of the stuff that we're going to go through is in much more detail on the video. Tai Chi can sort of be done as a kind of relaxation dance. But it actually has benefits. It's a very deceptive form of exercise, okay? So one of the things that I'm going to do, change the angle, and we're going to highlight steps. Now, if you have one of these, you can use it, okay? Now, one of the major problems for Aikidoists in Tai Chi is in Aikido, we stand in a triangle. Okay, the Tai Chi movements come out of this sort of thing. My first art was Shotokan karate, so we did a lot of work. So everything was stance. Okay, which actually hurt me in Aikido. Robert Fraser, when I was I would get into Shihonage and get into my posture. Robert Fraser would just laugh at me and slap me across the face. So I was too locked into this. And he wanted more natural motion. But then I found Tai Chi, and Tai Chi was kind of a nice bridge, right? I used to say I was so bad that I had to do Tai Chi to get out of a lot of the conditioning of the Shotokan. But then the Tai Chi was a major thing for me. I actually got certified as a Tai Chi instructor April of 1973, just before I went for my first Japan stay. At the end of that year, I got my Shodan, my first degree black belt in Aikido. In those days, that was a big deal. Now everybody's the Shodan, sort of, okay? Or more, okay? So what we're going to do here is look at the footwork. Now what I'm going this way, turning the right foot out. See? Settle in. Turn that foot out. Shift the weight. Now you're going to go onto the toes of the left foot. You're going to take a step forward, heel, toe. Back foot turns in. Knee covers toe. If it goes out, you're unstable. If you're up here, your hips are too high. The back leg is straight but not locked. Okay, and that back foot turns in because I leave it back there. My knee goes that way as my hip is turning, so you turn it in. And you'll see that I have a shoulder width between, there's a width between my feet. Okay? The length of the stance is right now. I was going to do a karate motion. See, I'm like that. Boom. But here, keeping this knee bent, you're on the toes of your other foot, heel, toe, natural. I'm not lunging into the stance. Heel, toe, knee covers toe, back foot, toe turns in. And there is this width here. So at home, if you're following me, I hope you are, and you have something like this, use it to calibrate your step. And getting that step right is vital. You can get some of the feel of the flow, but the actual step and the actual shape of the movements. See, if you just get the form of it, you don't really get the flow, the aliveness of the energy. But on the other hand, if the form is sloppy, flow goes into drift very easily. Okay, so it's a razor's edge path. There are details, so the form has a consistency, so the flow itself can grow. If the form is too rigid or too sloppy, then the flow itself, the interior, the intrinsic energy, the internal force, the life force, the chi, the ki, gets kind of like either too scattered or too lost. Okay, so we're going to review that again. Turn the right foot out, but first lower the center. Shift the weight here. Raise onto the toes of your left foot. Heel, toe, knee covers toe, back foot, toe turns in. If that's straight ahead, Master Joy called that 90 degrees. Your back foot turns into it's about 45. Nose and navel align here, or in certain cases, they go to the knee. Okay? So, what we're going to do is that step now with a hand motion. Now, what you find in Tai Chi, also Aikido, by the way, they're brother-sister arts. One's Chinese, one's Japanese. Okay? Very Heine Sensei told me when I first got to Japan that O-Sensei apparently was quoted as saying that, if you're going to study another martial art other than Aikido, because he thought Aikido was it, right? He said study Tai Chi. Okay? So he made some trips to China, according to certain people, to investigate Tai Chi. And when I first met Master Choi, he took a napkin and he sketched out some Chinese characters that you go to this place and that place in China, and there's a graveyard, you'll find that. And that was somebody who had contact with Ueshiba O-Sensei, was Tai Chi. Okay, so there may have been influences O-Sensei had from his stays in China or going to Manchuria. Okay? So from here, what we're going to do, and we'll do this from a variety of angles. Breathe in, shoulder level here, down to waist level. Let the fingers relax, they don't go dead. Now you turn out the right foot, shift the weight to the right. Hold a ball from underneath the left hand. You're on the toes of the left foot. Okay, now step, heel, toe. Now here the hands brush, then separate. Chest level, waist level, back foot, toe turns in. This is called grasp bird's tail, ward off, left. Okay? We're going to do that again. Breathe in and out. Turn out the right foot, shift the weight to the right, lower. The left hand, you're holding the ball. You're on the toes of the left foot. Now step, heel, toe. Hands brush, separate, waist level, chest level, knee and toe go that way, nose and navel go 45 degrees in. And if this is handy, check. Knee covers toe. Unstable, too high. Okay? And if you do this, you see that there's a shoulder width there. Okay? That is one of the hardest things for Aikidoists, so they're used to standing in a triangle. But it's like anything. You can do something, you love it, but if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to wear your body out. So a lot of people cross-train. Okay, and what I found I'm knocking on wood here. There are many Aikido teachers my age that can't sit anymore or do knee work. I can still sit Seizo. I can still do some knee work, okay? And when I was in Japan, I would sometimes it'd be 3, 4, 5 classes a day. Before I went to bed, I could do a short form. It was 54 movements, not 30. Inside the little apartment room I was renting, and I would do about 30 minutes before I went to bed. And just to get the life force back into my legs. So those of you that are Aikidoers, you'll kind of find that the Tai Chi can really keep your legs strong. Okay? So let's go again. So again, relax the chest. Check your breathing, it's natural. Breathe in and out. Bend the knees. Turn right foot out. Shift the weight to the right. Left hand holds a ball. You're on the toes of the left foot. Heel, toe. Hands brush, separate. It's called ward off left, or grasp a bird's tail, ward off left. So those are the first 2 moves. Okay? This is somewhat detailed in part 1, which I will post online. Okay? And so when you have that, then what you get is, you get a precision in the movements. All right? Which is important. See, this may be fun for a while, but then it starts to kind of drift. And, just being a, karate person, if I get to like that, then I've lost the benefit of it. So there's a flow. But then the form itself, also promotes that flow. And the flow promotes the form to be deeper, more alive. And the Do Sensei in Aikido likes to talk about frame and flow. There's a frame, but then there's an interior flow. If you really get the flow, the frame tends to kind of also come in. And conversely, if you get the frame properly, there's a feeling the flow, its partner will come in. So that I've always thought that was a really good explanation, not just for Aikido, but for Tai Chi. Okay? Now what we're going to do now is do another step. This is again, what we're really doing is going through the first 2 lessons, but you start here, we're just going to go through the feet. Now we went 90 degrees, here, axis, 90 degrees to that, straight ahead. This time what we're going to do, we're going to step with the right foot, but we're going to turn the left foot out, shift the weight to the left. Now we're going to raise onto the toes of the right foot. And we're going to take a 30-degree step, heel, toe. You see right here, your knee covers toe, your back foot turns in. And you check here, but you also check here. And you'll see back there, I'm not tightrope walking. Okay? Just getting those steps to where they're consistent, you are putting in a certain amount of focused practice to lay a foundation for flow. Here, see, weight is on my left. On the toe of the right, I'm going to step 30 degrees. Heel, toe, knee covers toe, back foot, toe turns in. Now here, nose and navel don't face the knee, but they face in the same direction as I shift the weight back. They don't point towards the knee and the toe, but they're aligned, same direction. But you keep the knees bent. Knee covers toe. See, the back leg goes this way. I don't overturn, I lose my balance. And, okay. So that is something, you know, if you're into Tai Chi, that you practice. I had, at that time, a good base for that because I did the Shotokan, okay? Aikido gives you a feel for energy, but the Tai Chi actual movement, I think, is better for your legs. The Aikido triangular twisting and turning is fun, okay? But Tai Chi is more of a square base. Aikido, you start in a triangular base, you rotate, at the very end, there's kind of a square, okay? Tai Chi is almost like you start from a square, and then there's circular movement, and then there's a triangle or release point. Boom. It's primarily a striking motion, or boom. And Sadaharu put it very well. Because he studied, they didn't let him study Aikido on the mat, but he studied Aikido principles. And he said that all power, boom, is triangular. See, I've got to turn the hip, extend the arms, boom, and meet the ball, not in a swinging motion, but really like a swordsman cutting. And the second I hit the ball, boom, there's that follow through. Boom. Okay? And Curry starts in a square. He gets a rotation, and the release of the ball is triangular. Aikido, for whatever reason, goes triangle, circle, square. But, you know, if you watch what Sadaharu did, and you watch Stephen Curry, they go square, circle, triangle. Which is correct? Who knows? But the Tai Chi can help you by keeping your legs strong. Okay, all right? Okay, so now what we're going to do is go into a hand motion from the 30-degree step. So I'm going to turn the left out. I'm going to shift the weight to the left. I'm on the toes of my right foot, but I keep that leg bent, 30-degree step. Heel, toe, back foot in. Now we're going to instant replay. This time we're going to hold the ball with the right hand underneath. Turn the toe out, step. This is called right push upward. And knee and toe, nose and navel, same direction, but you don't twist the navel towards the knee. And this is nose to height. And this is like you're taking your pulse. Push upward, right side. Right hand underneath. Shift the weight completely there onto the left foot, around the toes, step. Heel, toe, back foot, turns in. The hand goes up in an arc, nose tip height. Nose and navel face the same direction. This is push upward. All right, push upward is a very, very important move. Each of these things has a self-defense application, which Master Choi would demonstrate. Those of you that do kokyu nage, right, it can be very much like a kokyu nage throw. Okay, right? So, let's repeat that once again. Knees bent, turn out the left. Shift the weight to the left, keep the knee bent on the toes of the right foot. Turn the waist a little bit, heel toe, 30 degrees. Back foot here, front foot here. Now, Just hold the ball, go back here, and form push upward. It's very important. If I'm too sloppy with the form, it feels good to start out, but then again, that flow becomes drift. Okay, and if I'm too locked into the form, my system can't allow the energy to flow. So it's razor's edge path there, which you may find frustrating or fascinating. Okay, now what we're going to do, and this is a combination of lessons 1 and 2, part 1, part 2. So I'll see about putting them both there. Okay, now we're going to go, this time we're going to go back to the left foot step, which means we're going to bend the knees, turn the right foot out. We're going to shift the weight to the right. It's very important to keep that knee bent. Okay, you're on the toes here. You're going to step, heel, toe. Knee covers toe, back foot, toe turns in, check. Now here, keep the weight on that foot. Do not stand up. Now, shift onto the toes of the left foot. This is hard. You're going to step heel, toe, 30 degrees. Back foot turns in. Okay? Now for Aikido, what you'll find is Tai Chi will really, oftentimes the steps are more extended than Aikido, but they teach you to loosen the hips up. Okay? So this is a very difficult step. Now you keep that, you raise onto the toes, but you turn the waist. You don't just step or you tightrope walk. You turn the waist, open the hip step, turn the back foot. And just getting that step right, you have to sort of practice it until you get a bit of consistency. You don't master it overnight, but you can start to get a feel and a sense of consistency. And then, simply put, we tie together the 2 hand movements. Here, the first one, left hand was underneath. The second step, right hand was underneath with the ball. Okay? And this is how we do it. All that information, you start to just make sure you're relaxing the chest. And your breathing is natural, it's like a baby. Breathe in and out. Let the fingers relax. Turn out the right foot, shift the weight to the right. You're going to hold the ball, left hand underneath. You're on the toes of the left foot, weight on the right, heel, toe. Hands brush, separate, make sure that back foot turns toe in. Now, right hand goes underneath. You're onto the toes of the left, step, heel, toe, push upward. Okay? Now, one of the things that is interesting is that, basically, if I go in here, I realize that what you're really seeing, because what I'm seeing is a mirror image of me, not me. Okay? And this can be somewhat challenging, but when you're facing me, you're basically moving like you are looking in a mirror.
We don't see you as a mirror, Sensei.
You don't? Oh,
no,
okay.
you see a mirror image so you can keep track of which side you're on, but we see the true image.
Oh, really? Okay. Now what I'm going to do is face this way. Okay? So you get a back view. Okay? Which is usually what would happen in class. Okay? Master Troy would stand in front, and he would demonstrate the movements, and you would copy it. Then he would form a circle, and he would explain the movements in the middle of the circle. Then you would go back to here. So let's try this. That's what it looks like from that angle. Okay? If you were to look at it from this angle, okay? So one thing that we have right there is we have the first three movements, okay? And so that's covered. The first two movements and the basic steps are in the part one video, okay? The introduction. Part two, we go into the push upward, and then we go through a couple of other things. For example, here, we've done this a bit here, nose and navel, face, knee and toe. They don't twist and face the knee here. Now they're aligning facing the same direction as back foot, knee and toe. Okay, so one thing you see is now go back, press forward, and push. And that takes you almost through the first two lessons. In the video, because I'm just laying it out, we do one more move, but what we're going to do is we're going to try the movements from push upward, okay? And I'm going to get a little better here. So step with me. Now lower the left hand. Turn the left palm towards you. Right palm is your nose to height. Right? Pull back. You're turning the body. Now you're facing the same direction as your knee and toe. Lower the right hand so it's chest level. Put the palm against the wrist. Circle here. This is called press forward. Now extend the arms. And that's called push. Now the push motion is not a turn. Push motion is straight back, straight forward. But see, instead of push this way, see, it goes to nose to height, sinks to chest level, and okay. So we're going to repeat that. I'm starting right foot lead here, weight on the toes, but the weight is back. Now turn the toe. It's very important. You turn the toe of the back foot in. This comes up in an arc. This is nose to height. Lower the left hand, pull back. Lower the right hand, press forward. This is chest level. Now let the arms extend naturally out. And this is called push. Don't see, there's a circle here. Okay, all right? So those are pretty much the first two lessons, although we're covering them in record time. Okay. Let me check the charging, see where that's going or not. Oh my God, it is working. It is charging up, so we're fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the commencement all the way through the push motion. So relaxing the chest, breathing naturally, that's very important. I'm already thinking about what I'm going to do. I'm just going to relax. For a second, you're going to be like a baby. Breathe in and out. Now, turn out the right foot, shift the weight to the right. Left hand holding a ball. You're on the toes of the left foot. Step, heel, toe. This is word off left. Make sure that back foot turns toe in. Now, right hand holds the ball. Turn, the weight is back on the left. Step, heel, toe, 30 degrees. Push upward. Pull back. Press forward. And push. Okay. if you have something that you can check, you check that, you check that, and you check that that back foot toe is turned in. Okay? And we try this again. Breathe in and out. Now the right foot, shift the weight to the right. Left hand underneath, holding a ball. You're on the toes of the left foot with the right foot bent. Heel toe steps. Turn the toe in. Right hand, palm up, holding a ball. Weight back on the toes of the right foot, step, heel toe. Push upward, now turn the left foot in. Pull back. Press forward. And push. Now here at the end of the push, notice the arms are not. Nose tip height, so it goes to nose tip height, sinks to chest level, extends out. But the arms are still in a circle, so not like that. Okay? So that is, let's just see. I'm checking. Whoops. All right. Any questions on any of the movements of the Tai Chi? Anybody? You don't have to. If you're interested, then we're thinking what we should do is integrate into the Aikido classes online some of the Tai Chi movements. Because when we do reopen, Tai Chi is very good for social distancing. The one thing that Tai Chi tends to lack is the Aikido kind of has a social dimension to it because you're working with somebody in very close proximity. The Tai Chi has joint hands, which is that. Several things. The pull back motion is very much like elbow, wrist, can be like an ikkyo motion. Press forward, very much like kotegaishi. It's not one for one, there are a lot of different usages. The push can be very much like kokyu-ho. Kokyu-ho is done with the hands here. The Tai Chi uses the palm. You can do kokyu-ho this way because it's really about catching the updraft of the energy. But a lot of Aikido, your hand is in this. Tai Chi, your hands are palm. Okay? So they're very similar. And what the Tai Chi allows you to do is, one, really slow stretching without forcing, but you are getting down. Now, Tai Chi, one of the things we can do, for example, is a breathing system that not O-sensei, but Master Tori used, where you kind of make two fists and they're not clenched, they're like a baby. But they're not like sloppy. It's like that. Sometimes a baby grabs your finger and he's like, gosh, they're strong, but they're not this strong. They're something else. Okay? And so, put heels together. In breath. Out breath. In breath. And out breath. All right? Now, that's breathing through the nose, and you're breathing to this area. But you're breathing like a baby breathes, not trying to. All right? In. Out. In. And out. Let's do one more. In. Out. In. and out. Good. Okay, all right. And if you have, you can use your both hand if you want. But again, we're going over really just a review of the basic steps. Okay, so again, you lower the center. Okay, the tendency is not dropping your weight. If you drop your weight, your butt sticks out. Okay, first step, turn out the left, shift the weight here. Notice how the knee stays bent. See, I'm going to move the leg. I don't want to do that. But I'm on the toe of my left foot. I'm going to take a heel toe step straight ahead. That's what Master Choi called 90 degrees to where you're standing. Okay? Knee covers toe. The back foot, toe turns in. Because if I leave that, see, my knee is twisting. So the knee and ankle, toe turn in. This covers the knee. It goes a little too far. I'm unstable, but if I'm here, I'm too locked and fixed. Okay, okay, and that's a shoulder width. Okay, and we did a step with the right foot. You can do the straight ahead 90-degree step. You turn out. Then you keep the hips low. Toe here. This is going to be a 30-degree step. Heel, toe. Knee covers toe. Back foot. Knee and toe turn in. And if we go back here, we have a kind of a shoulder width back foot. It's not an Aikido which we stand in a triangle so much. Tai Chi, it integrates the square. Okay? So we did that. And then we actually did where we combined them, starting with the left. Again, you see, you keep the knee bent. You're on the toes here. Heel, toe. Now, what I'm going to do is raise onto the toes. I'm going to take the 30-degree step that way. Heel, toe. Knee covers toe. Toe turns in. And from here, I'm aligning and turning. Same direction as the back foot, back knee. Here, the direction of the forward knee and toe. Don't face the knee, you twist the back. It's just they're facing the same direction. Same direction. And the other one is we can go straight back and straight forward. Notice I go straight back, I don't stand it. The knee stays bent. Knee stays bent, covering toe. And so those are a couple of things that we covered last time. We're going to do a real quick review. So standing, shoulder width, natural, relaxing the chest, letting the breath happen. We've been working mystical diagrams and fire water with the breath. We're just going to just relax and breathe, more like what a baby does. Okay, breathe in. Hands go to shoulder level. Right there, waist level, let the fingers relax. And the knees. Turn out the right foot, shift the weight to the right. Left hand is holding a ball underneath. You're on the toes of the left foot. Step, heel, toe, hands brush, separate, back foot, toe turns in. Chest level, waist level. Nose, navel this way, knee and toe that way. Careful for that. Okay? Weight is firmly on the right foot, on the toes of the left. Step heel toe left foot. Hands brush, separate. Make sure that toe turns in. Check. Nose and navel, 45 degrees off the direction you're facing. Chest level, waist level. Okay, knee covers toe. Okay. Now, let's just review without the hand. And go. Keep this knee bent, raise onto the toes. Okay. Turn the waist a little bit more, 30-degree step, heel, toe. Back foot, toe turns in. Okay. And we're going to add the hands. Breathe in and out. Turn the toe in, right foot. Now, right hand holds a ball from underneath. You're on the toes of the right foot, turn away. 30-degree step. This hand comes up in an arc. Nose hip height. This hand like you're taking a pulse. This is push upward. Back foot, remember to turn it in. If you go this way, you're twisting your lower back and the knee. So, yeah. Okay. So, commencement. Check, make sure that back knee is turned in. Nose and navel, hand right here. Not too far or too close, just a natural circular movement. See a circle here. Okay? Right? And from this position, last time, lower the left hand, reverse your palms. This is pull back. I'll lower the right hand, turn it chest level. The left hand goes to the wrist. Rotate, press forward. Extend the arms. Now this time you go straight back and forward for the push. Nose hip height as you go back goes to chest level. As you're going forward, goes back up to waist level. For now, keep the arms around, not. Okay. So this is a quick review. Let's, from here, pull back, press forward, and push. At the end of the push, you see the arms are not very natural. Nose tip height as you go back, chest level, back up to nose tip height. Okay. So that was what we did last Sunday. Now we're going to go forward into a couple of movements for today. And for that, there's a couple of new steps. The first of which is the ding bow step. So toes are turned out at 45-degree angles. So you bend the knees. Now, I'm going to shift the weight to the right. I'm going to put the left foot out, but keep the weight back. This is a toe or heel, toe, heel, in both. Distance between your thumb and your index finger here. Too wide, just about there. Back. Now there's some ways to The weight is going to stay back here. We put toe out. Or you can put the heel down, the toes up about a foot. It's not this way or this way. And the distance between the knees. Toe. Heel. And this Master Choi called the Ding Bo stance. It's kind of like in karate, they called it the cat stance. I don't know why, personally. But, all right. And from here, you see the foot is free. Boom, free. All right. Okay. All right. The other step that we're going to do today, for example, we had our first step at straight ahead, 90-degree step. Knee covers toe, back foot. Okay. Now you shift the weight back and you take a step back. It's a retreat step. Notice there's still a shoulder width as I'm stepping back. I'm not tightrope walking. Okay, so if we were to go from 90 degrees bow stance here, see this, it's important to keep the leg bent. Toe first, then heel. This looks like the ding bow stance, except it's a longer. The weight is still back, but it's more 60-40. Right here, this is more like 95-5. Here, but if you check, and the back foot is still toe this way, right? So we have the ding bow stance, and then we have the retreat step, and we have one more for today. There's a lot of new material today. And what we're going to do here, turn right foot in, shift the weight to the right. Notice how the knee stays bent. This is called cross step. And here, you see, you don't want to step over because you'll trip, or if you step out too wide, you're not crossing, you're just kind of walking like that, okay? So, we turn that foot in 45 degrees. Feet are parallel. Shift the weight. Now this foot goes heel. So the toe and the heel are on a line. The step after that is easier for most, but 30 degrees is hard. But you're going to step heel, toe, 45 degrees. Still knee covers toe. And if you go back here, you'll realize there's a shoulder width back there. And the last part of it is heel, and that's the ding bow posture. Not too high with us or twisted in the ankle, okay? So those are the foot movements for fist under elbow. Shift the weight, cross. Now you're going to step 45 degrees. Keep the weight here. Here, put the heel down. Toe up about no more than an inch. Okay? Those are a couple of new foot moves. Now we're going to go through the hands for that. David, can you give me an update on the time? As usual, I forgot the clock.
Yeah, it's 12:45. 15
Okay,
minutes
so,
till what?
yeah, we're doing okay. Okay, so the hands. Now here, we extend the arms out. But when the arms are extended out, it's not locked. There's a feeling right here. Like the earth appears to be flat, but we know it's not. So the arm is that way. It's straight, but it's not a flat surface. It's part of a larger globe or circle. And you turn the right foot in, shift the weight to the right, Left hand holds the ball from underneath. Now here, this is the crossword step. Don't do, boom. As you shift the weight on to the left leg, you're going to turn the edge of the palm like a chopping motion. The right hand is going to go down to a waist level. As you step 45 degrees, as I knee covers toe, I put the weight on that foot, I form a fist about forehead level. Now the weight is all the way there. I'm going to forward, fist goes under the elbow, right fist, left elbow. This is Dingbo, facing that direction. Okay? So, weight back. As I shift the weight on to the left, right hand goes up and out, chopping motion, shoulder level, hand down, waist level, 45-degree step, grip the right fist. I'll shift back here a little bit. As you shift the weight onto the right foot, fist under elbow. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll kind of do it from this angle so you get a view of it. Fist under elbow. That's one movement, but it's a long one. Okay? So, today we're going to take about 3 or 4 movements, depending on the time. Okay, so from here, shifting the weight back, hold the ball with the left hand underneath, cross foot step, and just shift the weight onto the left foot, chop. Now, step 45 as you put the weight on the right leg, fist, forehead level. And weight is back, Dingbo, heel, right fist under left elbow. This is about nose tip height. Okay, that's a lot. Okay, and from here, we keep the weight back for now. Open the palm, put it to the waist. You're going to step back, toe, heel, raise, not just this way, but see the wrist rotates, ear level. Repulse monkey. Right foot turns so the toe faces straight. Open the fist, bring it to the side, rotate it, don't just raise it. It rotates. Ear level, step back, toe, heel. Right foot turns in, so it's facing there. Like a Dingbo stance, but it's 60 back, 40 forward, as opposed to Dingbo, which is about 95, 5. Okay? So that's called step back and repulse the monkey. Step back and repulse the monkey. All right, so let's review those first 2. Shift the weight back. Turn right foot in 45 degrees. Fist under elbow. Step back. Repulse the monkey. Make sure that right foot turns in. Now from this angle, what I want you to see, there's a tendency to tightrope walk. See, Aikido, we're in a triangle where something's coming at us, we move and rotate off the line. This is more of a boxing posture. So here, notice how when I step back at a diagonal, so heel. And this is important here, just to turn that in the end. And again, the weight stays down, but not set. Okay? Let's go again. The feet are parallel here. I turn that toe in 45 degrees. We're going to form fist, under, elbow. Now, step back, repulse the monkey. Okay, I check, I've got that shoulder width here on that step back. So 2 new moves so far. Okay, and now, actually we went straight ahead, heel toe, back foot turns toe in. This time, we could do that same straight ahead step with the right foot. So we did 30 degrees. Now we're going straight ahead, heel toe. Back foot turns toe in. Before we face nose, navel, 45 degrees off of straight ahead. But you go straight ahead, or sometimes later we'll tilt it so it's facing the knee without twisting the posture. So we're going to do the second one. We're going to go straight ahead. So from Repulse the Monkey, this is, we're going to shift the weight back, turn the waist, right hand holds the ball from underneath. This is turn and slanting fly. And we have that shoulder width. So watching that motion again, I'll move a little bit forward. Okay. So we're going to turn. I'm on the toe right there. With the weight back, now the hip opens, heel toe, and it's brush then separate, slanting flying, here and here. Okay. One thing that I like to do is I like sometimes to compare basketball and Tai Chi. For example, we did a ward off left motion. Well, you see this motion a lot because of basketball players protecting their dribble and their arms here. They can't push. Well, this is a ward off motion. And there's a picture I took in, gosh, it was a long time ago. It was pre-2010. I was living in the East Hills, and I was not really in the state. It was a little cottage I rented. It was beautiful. I wish that I was still there. All right. But there was a hoop against the wall. Somebody said that's a ghetto hoop. You don't have an overhang. Just put it up where you put it up. And there's a photo of me where I'm doing a finger roll. And I looked at the finger roll and I said, oh, that's slanting flying. Finger roll, you're bringing it up and it floats up. Slanting flying. Okay, so right about here. Turn. Slanting flying. Here, nose, navel, face straight. The inter line going straight, either 90 degrees from the direction you were before. Back foot turns in. Nose tip height. Waist level. Okay, so let's repeat that. From Repulse Monkey, turn. But here I'm on the toe, but I turn the waist a little bit more, take that step, and we form slanting flying. And let's see. This is great for full body, but sometimes when you're moving, you got to make sure you're centered on the screen. So we'll try to pay attention to that. So let's go from fist under elbow, step back, step it. Now, turn and slanting flying. Back foot turns in. And let's review. I'll try to keep it on screen. From the push motion, shift the weight back, arms extend, but don't lock. Turn the foot in, right foot 45 degrees, shift the weight back. You're holding a ball, left hand underneath. Cross. Step. Okay, now this is all called fist under elbow. Okay, I'll move. Bring right hand in, not raise it this way or this way, but you rotate the wrist. Ear level, step back, toe heel, but it's a retreat step. Okay. This goes out nose to height. This comes into the waist. This comes into the waist. Now I'm going to rotate the wrist, move on to the toes with the weight back, hold the ball right hand, heel toe step, slanting flying. Okay, if I check, there's somewhat of a shoulder width back there. Okay, so today we covered fist under elbow, repulse monkey, slanting flying. We're going to repeat that, and then we're going to go and try to integrate the movements from lesson 1. All will I try to stay on camera. Okay, all right. So, from the push, I'm going to move over here, shift the weight back, right foot in, 45 degrees, shift the weight back, left hand holds the ball from underneath, cross, this is fist, under, elbow. Weight is back, it's a heel position, bingo. Bring this to the side, rotate the wrist, step back, toe heel and step back. Turn the right toe in, repulse monkey. I'll shift my position a little bit. Now, rotate the waist beyond the toe here. Hold the ball, right hand underneath. Now, open step. This is slanting flying. Okay? So those are 3 movements today. So, this doesn't quite follow my lesson pattern because I put 6 videos online, but it does cover a lot. Okay? David, what's the time like?
It's 1 minute before 1.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go through from the beginning all the way through slanting flying. Okay? So, and I'll try to stay on camera. I may have to jiggle my position a little bit to do that. So again, relax the chest. Breathe naturally. Okay, commencement of Tai Chi. Make sure that back foot turns in. Now you're holding a ball. Right hand under, toe position, a little bit on the toes. Turn the waist 30 degrees. Make sure the back foot turns in. Push upward. Pull back. Press forward. And push. Turn. Today's movements. Fist. Under. Elbow. I'm going to move a little bit forward so I can step back. Repulse the monkey. Make sure that right toe turns in. Now hold the ball. Right hand under. Waist turns, toe position. 90-degree step. Slanting flying. Okay. Remember, nose and navel face the original direction of commencement. Okay. So that's it for today. David, you've done some of this stuff before. Any observations?
It's really hard to follow when you're facing the camera instead of having your back to it.
Okay, well, we can try me from just once more, so we'll go a little over, where I'm facing the other direction. How's that?
I don't know whether it's just I'm used to looking at you from behind or what.
Yeah, okay, all right, well, we'll try it. Okay. I'm gonna have to keep tabs because it's a narrow screen. Actually, maybe what we can do, can I? Well, okay. Commencement. I'm going to shift position. Today's lesson, Repulse the Monkey. Turn. You're on the weight is back. This is Slanting Fly. Let me see if I can do a little better. Okay. Does that help a little bit, David?
It was a lot easier for me to follow you that way just because I'm used to it, I think.
Sure. Yeah. The thing we can do is we can shift the angles a little bit. Okay, that's good feedback. Cliff, anything?
What David said, it was easier to follow with you facing the usual class direction, which is away from
Yeah.
us, but I couldn't see your feet the last time.
That's the problem with the wide screen. The narrow screen, you get a full body shot, but you miss a lot as there's motion. But anyway,
all right.
Karen, if you're still with us, did you get anything out of just following the Tai Chi? No.
Yes, I did. I find it very interesting.
Oh, okay.
The problem is I can't stand up, so I can't follow along, but I found it really interesting. And also, I found the forward view really helpful because I haven't been training and watching you from behind. So seeing what you're doing that way, I found very useful.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Maybe what we should do is move the camera that way. We start out, but you've got to, I mean, the movements themselves are challenging. They seem like they're very basic, but every time I used to go see Master Choi, I would pick up a nuance, like for example, my hand is a single loop this way, and then I look at his hand, and it's, I mean, it's different than, it's good enough for government work, so to speak, but just that little extra, well, oh, all right. So things like that, you pick up qualities. So it's a continual refinement. Even when you learn the basics of the form, you can continue to refine. Okay, anyway, yeah, I think enough. This is finger roll slanting flying in Tai Chi. Okay, so we have a couple of people. That's good. That's very good. Okay, so all right, good. Just checking in. See, Aikido tends to work a triangle. The Tai Chi, much of it is based on a more square motion. Okay, so for that reason, Aikidoists tend to always stand in a triangle. But people will tell you, even if you're doing something good, if you do the same movement all the time, it tends to wear you out. And so the Tai Chi movements are kind of a cross training. Cliff made a real interesting observation because we were really talking about, you know, the sword cut. Okay, and we're talking about fire, in, square, water, circle, out, right? Boom. And where's the triangle? And Cliff's observation was, oh, you're standing in a triangle. Boom. Boom. Okay? So there is a triangle. Triangle is this posture. Movement of the energies, water, fire, fire, water, but the triangle's here. Sadhatu, kind of put it this way, he just said power is generated in a triangle. Boom. The square itself can jam, but boom. Oh, okay. Stephen Curry's shot. A square is a triangle to generate that motion. So, boom. The energy is fire, water. Boom. But the triangle's there. Now the Tai Chi triangle, Tai Chi has more of a square posture. But there's, in the discharge of energy, is triangular. Boom. Okay, and that's something that's covered more in what we call the joint hands. But let's review what we've done so far. So we're just starting here, breathing in and out. Toe turns in, ward off left. Hold the ball, right hand under. Push upward, left toe in.
Sensei,
Yes.
is it possible to start your back facing us?
Yeah. Can do
So
that.
it's easier. My
Yeah.
brain's not good enough to rotate you
Anyway,
fast enough.
we'll start this way, okay? Hold the ball from underneath. Keep the weight down on the right foot, left foot. Make sure right toe turns in. Now hold the ball right under. Keep the weight on the left. You're on the toe of the right foot, 30-degree step. Left foot turns in. Pull back. Press forward. And push. Now I'm going to have to move a little bit here. Turn the right toe in so the toes are 45-degree angles here. Okay. Left hand underneath holds a ball. Now this is the cross step. Left foot. As you shift the weight out the left, turn the edge of the palm there, and the right hand pushes down. 45-degree step. Grip the right fist as you put the weight there. Left hand's here. Yeah. Open the fist, step back. Repulse monkey. Let me shift positions here. Now, right hand under. Toe here, but turn the weight. This is called Slanting Fly. Okay? So, what I'm going to do is, you can just watch. I'm going to face this direction. Okay? Turn out the right foot. Shift the weight to the right. Left hand under. Heel toe step. Now keep the weight. See, I'm on the toes here. Okay? Right hand under. Push upward. Left foot turns in. Pull back. Press forward. And push. Now shifting the weight back. I'm going to turn the right foot and the feet are 45 degrees that way. As I shift to the right, left hand's underneath holding a ball. This is the cross foot step. We don't want to cross too far over or just go here. All right, boom. As you shift the weight onto the left, turn right palm down, shoulder level. Left palm down, shoulder level. Right hand pushes down to about the waist. 45-degree step. Grip the right fist. This is forehead height. And keep the weight back on the right. Okay. This hand, okay, opens, comes in. Raise it. Don't just raise it, but see, I'm turning the wrist. Stepping back. This is called Repulse the Monkey. I'm going to turn that right foot in, keep the weight back. Now, turning to the right, I'm going to keep the weight back on the left foot. Right hand underneath. See, I'm on the toes here. Heel, toe. And this is called slanting flying. Nose tip height. Waist level. Straight. Okay? All right? So that's what we've covered so far. A couple of things. The stances are important. Okay, it's a slightly different method than the Aikido, but it does open the hips up. And the fact the movements are done really slow, there's kind of a deep, deep, deep interior stretching. Okay, so from here, turning out, this is just the footwork. Keep the weight here, don't stand up, put on the toes of this foot. Heel, toe, back foot turns toe in. Knee covers toe. Okay? And right here, see, I don't stand up, you're on the toes. Turn the waist, heel, toe. Turn that back foot in, knee covers toe. On the way back, turn that foot in, so toes are facing about 45-degree angles. Now, say the weight is shifted here. You don't stand up there. Cross. That's that cross foot step. If I go over, I lose my balance. If I go here, I'm just kind of walking, bow-legged, okay? 45, 30 is hard for people. 45 is easier. But there's still that shoulder width back there. Keeping the weight here. Heel, bing-bo posture. Keep the weight back. If I go straight back, I'm showing the tightrope walk. Toe, heel, go back at a diagonal. This foot is in. And there's still that shoulder width there. It's a retreat step. Keep the weight back on the toes here. Turn the waist. Heel, toe. Back foot turns in. So knee should cover toe. Goes in navel here. And you still have some width between the feet. It's not a tightrope walk. Okay? So we're going to go through that one more time, and then we'll go through the movements for today. I'm checking time. Yeah, we're doing fine. Okay, and I'll face a variety of different directions. So I'll face this direction, okay? It's harder for me to keep online camera going that way. So that's why I kind of like to do facing here. Okay, but go on. It's cool. Got housemates. Okay, all right. So we'll try. Okay. So, commencement of Tai Chi. Forward off left, make sure that toe turns in. Keep the weight back. And knee bent on the left. 30-degree step, push upward. Pull back. Press forward. And push. Now straighten the arms, but don't lock them. Turn. Toe in. Keep the knee bent. Shift the weight to the right, left hand underneath, holding a ball, cross step. As you shift the weight to the left, turn the palm down and push down with the right. 45-degree step. As you shift the weight on the right, grip the fist. And this is a dingbo posture with the heel touching. Open the fist, bring it to the side, rotate the wrist to ear level, step back. And one more move, I'll just shift to here. Keep the weight back, turn the waist, you're on the toes here. Right hand underneath. Slanting fly. Okay, so that's what we've covered so far. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move on, okay? I found that picture, slanting flying. This one right here. It's a picture of me in the East Hills of San Jose with this hoop that was right up against the wall, basketball, and I'm going like that. And it's, like basketball, Tai Chi, a finger roll, slanting, flying, slanting, flying. Okay? So anyway, let's, from here, from slanting, flying, what we're going to do is open the hands up a little bit, palms face down. This goes about ear level. This goes a little out. See, it's still waist level, but it's more out. Now here, so I'm going to raise up. I don't want to straighten the leg. Raise onto the toes. Put that back. Now we're facing 30 degrees, and this is called raised hands. I pick the foot up, set it down on the heel. This is the dingbo posture. Now facing this direction, about 30 degrees to the side, nose tip height, elbow level. See, the weight is primarily back, heel touching, but legs straight but not locked. Okay? Okay? Okay, as I'm doing that, I'm facing in about 30 to 45 degrees. Just onto the toes, but see, boom, there's motion possible. It's not a floating feeling. Okay, all right. And just for a second, we're going to review the dingbo posture. Heels together, toes out at 45 degrees. And you must keep the knee bent. You can't do Tai Chi with your legs this way. But you also don't lock them to move. Easy floating feeling. Toe straight ahead, distance between the knees, thumb to index finger. Toe. Now, heel. Toe goes straight ahead, but heel no more than an inch up. Don't do this, or just be flat-footed right there. Heel. Okay? So, raised hands is the dingbo toe position. So let's go through that again. I'll do it this direction, then I'll turn around. Okay? Now, so, slanting flying to raised hands. from raised hands. Right hand holds the ball from underneath. Put your feet down. Your feet are 45-degree angles parallel. See that knee stays bent? Now here we're on the toes of a left foot, so this is a left dingbo. Push down with the left, it winds up to the side. Raise as it clears forehead, turn right palm away. As I turn that right palm away, I pick up and set down the toes. When I do that, I don't want to do that, obviously. So as you turn the right palm away, pick up and set down the toes. It's like boom. There's balance there, okay? So let's do that again. Lower, set the foot down, push down with the left, raise the right, and as right clears the forehead, okay? Now here, not directly over. See the midline of the body? This hand protects this side of the body. This hand protects this side of the body, so you don't want to do that. Okay? So, I'll do it from this angle. Okay? So, raised hands, stork spreads its wings. Okay? So let's go from slanting flying stork spreads its wings. Okay, and we'll go facing this direction. Raised hands. Stork spreads its wings. Okay? And we're going to do just one more move today. And that move is called left brush knee and twist step. So, frontal view. Turn the right palm up. Going to lower the right hand to waist level. Going to raise the left, bring it to about nose tip or ear level. Left across. Now on this side of the body, left down, you're going to raise the right, but you're going to rotate. Ear level, nose tip height. And rotate the hip. Take a 30-degree step. This is. Brush knee, twist step. Nose tip height. This brushes, you don't touch the knee, but, and this winds up at the side. Arm. You see how there's a circle here as opposed to a, now you can straighten the arm, but it's like a large circle. It's not locked. But most of the Tai Chi movements, you'll see a circle in the motion. Okay, so again, I'll try it from this direction. Okay, now try it from this direction. And we'll try it from this direction. Okay. Brush knee and twist step. Brush knee and twist step. Okay, left side. Okay. Slanting flying, raised hands, Stork spreads its wings. Left, brush knee, and twist step. Here, nose and navel face the direction of the left knee and toe. I'll try it from the other direction. Okay. Okay, all right. So that's the lesson for today. We're actually making good progress. Again, I put these online so you can review, okay? The classes Master Choi taught were an hour, okay? Here, we're doing in about a half hour. We're covering the material, but you can go back and look at this. There's also some online stuff that I've posted that actually goes into more detail, okay? So, we'll try this from a variety of different angles. We'll go from the beginning, okay? And remember, relax the chest, breathe naturally, breathe like you're a baby. Breathing to here, not here or here. Commencement of Tai Chi. Ward off left. I may have to move to stay in front of the camera. Push upward, right side. Make sure the toe turns in, back foot. Pull back. Press forward. And push. Now I'm going to move a little bit so I stay in camera. Shift the weight back, arms straighten but don't lock. Turn the right foot in. Shift the weight to the right, lower, left hand, you're holding a ball. Cross. This is fist. Under. Elbow. Now I'm going to move a little bit more. Open the right fist, bring it to the side. Now you rotate the wrist as you raise it, ear level. And you're going to step back, retreat step, toe heel, repulse the monkey. And I'm going to also reposition here. Keep the weight back. You're on the toe of the right foot. You're holding a ball, right hand under. Step, heel, toe. Hands brush, separate. Slanting flying. Now today's lesson. Keep the weight. Keep the right knee bent. Heel. Raised hand. Right hand under, holding a ball. Stork spreads its wings, turn the palm upright. Raise the left, goes across about nose hip height, right hand goes down to waist level. Now, left hand sweeps, right hand about nose tip, ear level, 30-degree step. Left brush hand twist step. Okay, and yeah, we're going to do that with me facing the other direction. It's harder for me to keep in the camera though, okay? So that's one of the reasons I face the camera, but we'll try it this way. Okay. Commencement. Ward off left, toe in, right hand underneath, right foot toe, weight back on the left, push upward, pull back, press forward, and push. Shifting the weight back, turn. Weight back on the right. Cross with the left, left hand's underneath. Now shift the weight to the left. Form fist. Under. Elbow. Open the right hand, bring it here, palm up. Now turn the wrist as you raise to ear level. Step back, toe heel, but diagonal, so we have width. And I'm going to position here. Repulse monkey. Right hand goes underneath. Now you're on toes, turn, step. Slanting fly. Okay, checking my position. Keep the weight on the right foot, knee bent, on the toes of the left. Raised hands. Right hand holds the ball, right foot down, toes facing 45, both feet. Now shift the weight to the right. Stork spreads his wings. And left brush knee and twist it. Okay. And let's see. We went last time all the way here. So I'll just preview what we're going to do today. Okay. Needle at C bottom. Fan through the back. Okay, I'm going to have to turn. White snake sticks out tongue. Now we get some repetition. Pull back. Press forward. And push. And switching positions. And a new movement today. Single whip. Okay, not a great camera angle. Okay, so there's quite a bit of review of previous movements, and that will happen more as we go. So why don't we do this? We'll just go through the movements that we've done so far, okay? And I'll do them from a variety of different angles, okay? So this is probably, I'm going to start out this way because I can look at my positioning on the camera. If I turn around and do it with my back to you, it's probably easier for you, but it is harder for me to stay centered on the camera. So from here, relax the chest, you breathe naturally, breathe in and out. Now turn the right foot out, shift the weight to the right. Ward off left. Sure the toe turns in. Push upward. Make sure left toe turns in. Pull back. Press forward. And push. I'm going to shift positions here a little bit. Arms extend out, but don't lock them. Turn the toes in. Toes are 45 degrees from our original direction. Shift the weight to the right foot, left hand holds the ball. Cross foot step, left foot. Step up. 45 degree step right there. Actually, step up. Fist under elbow. Okay, shift position. Keep the weight back. Right hand to waist. Rotate it to ear level. Step back, left foot. Repulse monkey. And I'm going to shift my position here. Okay, keep the weight back on the left. Right hand holds the ball. Open the hip, step. This is slanting fly. Okay. Keep the weight down. Keep left knee bent. Raise onto the toes. Left hand goes to ear level. Right hand out about ear level. Back. And that's straight ahead. You're facing 30 degrees. heel, raised hands. Keep the weight back. Right hand holds the ball. Now feet are here, parallel 45 degrees again. Shift the weight back. This is called Stork spreads its wings. Now, palm up, palm faces upright, lower right, raise left. Left sweeps across, nose hip height. Left goes down. Rotate the wrist, bring it to ear level, 30-degree step. Brush knee and twist step. Okay, so that's the movements so far. Okay, and from last class, this is what we did. Make sure here the weight is down. Very easy to do. Open the palm, bring it here. Now rotate it, ear level. Now step back, toe, heel. Repulse monkey. Make sure the right foot turns in. I'm going to reposition. Palm up. Slanting fly. Raised hands. Do not stand up there. Just toes back. This is raised hands. Heel. Stork spreads its wings. Left. Brush knee. And twist it. Okay, all right. Now, this is harder for me because I can't see the camera, but I'm going to face away from you. Okay? So from here, doing that, repulse monkey. And I'll have to adjust my position. Slanting fly. Okay, that's good. Raised hands. Remember, weight stays down. You're on the heel of the right foot. Keep the weight back on the left. Hold the ball. Feet 45. Shift the weight back. Stork spreads its wings. And left brush knee. As I said, it's harder for me to stay centered on the camera when my back is to the camera. Okay. Okay, anybody with a question on the movements we just reviewed? Repulse monkey, slanting flying, raised hands, stork spreads its wings, left brush knee. Anybody? A question? Anything you'd like to say again?
Sensei, the only question I have on actually all the moves so far,
Yeah, sure.
what parts are we breathing out and what parts are we breathing in?
Generally, when the arm's going out, you're breathing out. When they're coming back, you're breathing in. Breathe out. They're coming in. Breathe out as they go out. Now they're coming in. Okay. So that's, breathe in as the hands go up. Breathe out as they go down. Now start the in breath. Out breath. So it's natural. If you get too conscious of it, it's kind of like the sword cut. If you get too conscious of the down, you gotta fool the eye. Boom, boom. And here, pretty much, if you're kind of in that Tai Chi space, you're breathing. I don't know that a baby studies its own breathing, but it breathes like a Tai Chi master. As you get older, I takes everything up. We're up here in the chest and out there in the nose. But the baby has it all. Okay? And so returning to that sense. And, you know, there are details, so it's tricky. But generally, when you're going up, you're breathing down, you're breathing out. When you're coming in, you're breathing in. When you're going out, you're breathing out. So those are rough guidelines. If you get too regimented with a breath, you do it perfectly, but you're mechanical. Okay? So, yes, that's pretty much what I do. And just relax with it. Okay? Anybody else? Okay, then what we're going to do, let me shift back to the bigger screen. Okay. Left brush knee. Now here, this is a difficult move because I don't want to stand up. Onto the toes, back. Now this is like raised hands, but it's toe, and it's not facing 45, it's facing straight. Keeping the weight back. This is called needle at sea bottom. See, the arms, all they do right here, they go out. And what happens, see, the arms don't drop. What happens is the body rotates. And this winds up at a 45-degree angle, but I haven't gone that way. There's a nice relaxed wrist position. And this hand winds up, doesn't drop. Winds up the side of the knee. The weight is back. Boom. Okay? So let's keep the weight back on the right. Needle at sea bottom. Okay? I'll do it, let's see. I'll do it from this direction. Center of the camera. Toe, not heel here. And remember, arms don't drop. Body inclines, but the weight stays back. Okay? So that's our first new movement called needle at sea bottom. Okay? And toe. And the weight must not shift forward. Boom. The actual weight stays back. So if your weight shifts forward, then you're double weighted and you're in a set position. Here, you know, you can step back. You can raise that foot. So all the Tai Chi, other than a couple of movements, your weight is either one side or the other. And your weight is down. Okay? Now, you see the circle here? Palm face out left. This is about above the forehead. Straight ahead step. It's called fan through the back. And this is straight. Knee covers toe. Back foot turns in. Nose, navel, face the knee. Fan through the back. Nose tip height. Not too high, not too low, just above the forehead and midline of the body. This doesn't wander over here. This protects half the body. This protects half the body. Okay. Nose, navel, face the knee. Okay. So far, needle at C bottom. And through the back. Okay? So that's 2 moves. The first part of needle at C bottom, see, raised hands would be heel. This is toe, but it doesn't really have a name. You're just on the way to needle at C bottom. Okay? Okay, let's see. Yeah, we actually have a very good pace in these Tai Chi sections. So what we're going to do is we'll just go from here and repeat. Needle at C bottom. Now, fan through the back. Okay, all right. All right. And from here, we're going to do a movement called turn and white snake sticks out tongue. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the back face so you can see this better. From and through the back. Shift the weight back, lower the right hand, just level, left hand above the forehead, turn, left foot all the way in. Now rotate, 30 degree, get a better angle, 30-degree step. This goes forehead level, back of hand. This is nose tip on. See, brush knee, fan through the back. Okay? Knee covers toe. 30-degree step, back foot, toe turns in. And through the back. I'll do that from that angle once again. All right. This foot goes all the way in, it's facing that direction. I'll change to get a better camera angle. Open the hip as you step. White snake sticks out, down. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to do it from the angle that we started. Turn. White snake sticks out. Come. Forehead level, nose tip height. Nose and navel face the direction of the right hand. So. All right. White snake sticks out.
I mean, you know, I don't have planned any,
Okay.
but I want to go to.
And oh, good. Oops. You lose everybody? Oh, there we are. Yeah. Anybody with a question so far?
I think you
Anybody?
switched to the, you back.
Your
back to the
video
top.
went out for me.
I'm sorry, what? You got to do it one at a time. Yes?
David, go.
You switch to your back camera.
I switched to my back camera? Huh.
Yeah, you switched which camera, the back camera or the front camera. So now we're seeing the inside of your case.
Really? Well,
Yes, it's very dark in here.
what about, oh, what did I do? Switch camera? Did I go that way? Okay. Are we back? Are we back? Are we back?
Yes, Sensei.
Okay, good.
I see you.
wrong
We see
button.
you again.
Okay, now, are there any questions? Any questions?
My only question is that since we started with the new moves, I'm not sure of our orientation to the beginning of the form. So when you get it.
Okay, we start, for example, here, okay? I just start facing the camera because I can see myself, the front positioning better, okay? And so the movements we're doing, you know, we just kind of go this way. Well, we go here, back.
Oh, wow.
So we wind up facing 90 degrees off of to the left for these movements and today's movements. That's one of the problems about moving around. Okay, is that, see, I'm starting out facing the camera and I'm showing other angles, and that can be confusing, okay? So when you're practicing, if you have a practice area, especially when you're starting, always face the same direction, because it can get confusing that way. Okay, is that a little clearer for you, Cliff?
A little bit. I had some distraction at home. So when we do
okay.
the form, I think it'll be clear.
Okay, anybody else with a question so far? Because we got one more new move. Okay, and I won't press the top button, I'll press this one. And off a push, when we first started, we turned the right foot in. So it was 45 degrees. Feet were parallel and we're shifted here, and we did the movement called fist under elbow. Okay, this time we're from the push, which we just did, pull back, press forward, push. We're going to go into single whip, which does repeat again. So right now we're at the end of the form. You'll get movements that you've done before. Okay, there's new stuff, but there's also old stuff. Okay, so from here, so single whip, what you do is you don't just turn the toe in halfway, you turn it in all the way so it's facing the original direction. Okay, now you still form a wall left hand here, but you're going to take a step 90 degrees. Okay. Left hand goes out, nose tip height, nose, navel, face the knee. Right hand, okay, straight but not locked. Bend your wrist, put your fingers together. This is called the monkey's fist. Not tense. Okay? So from the push motion, extend the arms out like you're going into fist under elbow, but turn the right foot all the way in. Now here you're on the toes, put the weight back. Now open the hip, step. The arm should be shoulder level, not dropping, not droopy. Okay, not elevated. And you're facing. The arm is back about 30 degrees. Straight. nose tip height. Okay, we're going to try that again. You're on the toes here. Open the hip. Now remember there, the back foot turns in. Nose and navel aligned to the knee. Most of the Tai Chi is palm, but this is edge of palm, like an Aikido. Okay. And, okay, so if you haven't been moving, let's try it together. And we'll try it from a different angle. From the push. Turn all the way in this time. Keep the knee bent on the weight back on the left. Left hand holds the ball. Make sure that back foot turns toe in. Nose hip height. Arms straight, but not locked back about 30 degrees. Knee covers toe. Step still has that width. Back foot, toe turned in. Okay. Now, this time, this is always hard when I turn my back. Okay. But from the push position, off of white snake sticks out tongue. Hold the ball, left hand under. Try to keep a little bit more centered here. Nose tip height, nose navel, face the knee. Don't let this hand drop or elbow bend. It's straight but not locked. It's relaxed. Relax the wrist, let the fingers come together. There, that's a good pose. Okay? So that is single whip. Now let's do this. Let's go through the movements we've covered today. Okay? And then once we do that, we'll go through the movements from the beginning. Okay. And I'll kind of dance around and try to keep centered on the camera. So relax the chest, breathe naturally. Commencement of Tai Chi. Word off left, make sure that back foot turns in. Keep the weight on the left, right hand holds the ball. You're on the toes here of the right foot. Open the hip, step 30, push upward, pull back, press forward, and push. Now, it's only a half turn. Feet are 45 degrees that way. Shift the weight back to the right. Hold the ball left hand. Crossword step. 45-degree step. Dingbo step, heel. Fist under elbow. Open the right fist. Rotate it. Raise the wrist, turning the wrist. Repulse monkey. I'm going to adjust my position a little bit. Keep the weight back on the left, hold the ball, right hand beyond the toes of the left, heel toe step, slanting fly. Raised hands. This is heel, about 30 degrees off of where we started. Right hand holds the ball underneath. Toes 45 degrees. Now shift the weight to the right. As you turn the palm away, the right hand, you pick up and set down the toes of the left. Stork spreads its wings. Now left brush knee, and twist step. Keep the weight back on the right foot. Needle at C bottom. Fan through the back, straight ahead, 90-degree step. Make sure the back foot turns toe in a little bit. Turn. Get a little better camera angle. 30-degree step. Make sure the back foot turns toe in. Stork spreads its wings. Now pull back. Press forward. And push. And now turn. I'm going to shift position a little bit. All the way in, so the right toe is facing the original direction we started. Keep the weight back, right knee bent, left hand holds the ball. This is single whip. Now the back foot turns toe in, and check. No step height. Check this. The arm, shoulder level, wrist relaxed, fingertips lightly. And see how it's back 30 degrees, not just out from the shoulder. Single whip is an expansive motion. But don't swing it too far. Certain movements like raised hands, it's a compacting type of motion. Single whip, raised hands. Okay? Okay, let's see. We will. Anybody with a question? Anything you'd like to see again off of the movements today or before? Anybody? Okay, I saw that thumb up. All right.